Hi, I'm Sam Mitchell from the Hawthorn Football Club.
And I'm Amy Jackson from the W League. And we know what it's like to have a family member who has dementia. When I was younger, my grandmother had dementia and she was living next door to us, so we had to look after her.
And when my 3 kids were still babies, their nan had dementia. So unfortunately, they didn't get to know her for as long as any of us would have liked.
You might not have thought of this before, but we think being part of a sporting team has a lot in common with being part of a family.
When I play footy, I play in the midfield. And to do my job well, I rely on all the players around me, like the ruckman. It's his job to hit the ball down to me so that I can win the clearance.
And on my soccer team, everyone in the team needs to work together. Like Sam, I play in the midfield, and my job is to get the ball to the attackers so they can have a shot on goal. You could say a family is a lot like a team, and things work best when we all chip in and help each other. When my mum was busy at work, my sister and I would check on Nan to make sure she was okay.
When somebody in the family has dementia, it's even more important that the team works well together.
We can all have bad days. For a soccer player, we might have an injury or we might just be off our game. This is where the team can pull together and help that player and still achieve our goal.
That's right, Amy. That's why the team huddle is so important at half-time. We get together, we discuss the things that are working and what aren't working and how we're feeling. We might want to swap positions, we might need a rest. But when we go back out together, we're all on the same page and we can work together.
It helps if families can have a bit of a huddle from time to time to talk about how we're going and make sure that everyone's okay. Sometimes it's hard to talk about how we're feeling because we're worried that it might make people feel worse. But just like in a soccer match, being able to rely on others in your family is really important.
On a sporting team, the role of the coach or the captain is to take charge, make decisions and be a good role model for the rest of the team.
Families might not have captains, but usually there are grown-ups who can take charge. In families, these are the people that kids can go to if they have worries. It's important to know who to go to for help because it can sometimes be tough on kids when someone in the family has an illness like dementia.
There's something else too. As a fan, it's easy to notice the people on the team who kick the goals. But we know that everybody in the team does their part for that goal to happen.
Sometimes the role that kids play in the life of a person with dementia isn't noticed much either, but we know how important it is. In fact, just being a kid, having fun and sharing a joke can make a big difference to a person with dementia.
There are some jobs that grown-ups have to take care of, and there are other jobs that you kids are the best at. And everyone has to pitch in and make sure everything gets done together.
We have team managers, doctors and our fans.
In a game of footy, we rely on our runners. They bring us drink bottles and water, and they deliver all the important messages from our coaches.
Families have people from outside helping them too. Outside help can make a very big difference when families are caring for somebody with dementia.
Who are the important people from outside of your family who help? Maybe it's a doctor or a nurse or a friend or a helper. For me, the next door neighbour who brought over lasagna was always a favourite. For you, it could be a teacher at school who listens and you can talk to when you've got something you're worried about.
When my nan moved into a nursing home, the people who worked there became very important parts of our family team.
So now, we hope you understand that why being part of a sporting team can be very similar to being part of a family.
Sometimes you win and sometimes you lose, but playing together as a team is what really counts in the end.